Hi friends, welcome to Python NumPy course video series presented by Narendra from Do With Python Technologies. In this video, we are going to see how to create arrays using NumPy. So we know that NumPy is one of the third-party library or package in your Python. Using that NumPy, how you can create arrays. Okay, see, basically we know that the most powerful feature of NumPy is n-dimensional array. That means you can create either one dimensional or two dimensional or three dimensional. With any dimensional array you can create using NumPy. Okay, or simply the main data structure in NumPy is the ND array. Okay, nothing but n-dimensional array. Okay, now basically array is a fixed size array in memory that contains data of the same type, such as either integers or floating point values. That means if you are creating some array with some values, that must all values in your array must be a same data type. That data may be an integer or maybe a floating point. We will see that how to create and what is the data type. Okay, then see, up to now we know that with basic Python we are having different data structures like list, tuple and dictionary. Now using NumPy you are going to create one more data structure that is called ND array or array data structure. Okay, we will see that. So NumPy simply n-dimensional array, and it is used to mostly in two flavors. One is to create vectors or simply 1D arrays, and matrices 2D arrays. Of course you can create 3D, 4D, 5D with any dimension. You can create arrays, but these are the mostly useful arrays with NumPy. Okay, now in order to create NumPy you are having different methods. In order to create arrays using NumPy you are having different methods. Some of them are, suppose if you import NumPy, or I am going to import NumPy as alias name np. Now you are having different methods like np.array, np.arrange, array range, np.zeros, np.ones, np.I, random and linear space. Likewise, you are having so many methods are there in NumPy in order to create arrays. So as of now, in this video, we are going to see how to create your how to create arrays using NumPy, uh, and in that we are going to see two methods. One is np.array and one more is np.arrayRange. Okay, let me go with very first one, that is np.array. That means here np is the alias name for NumPy, or directly if you import NumPy, you can use NumPy.array. Okay, using NumPy array or np.array you can create either one dimensional or two dimensional or three dimensional. So here we are going to see how to create one dimensional and two dimensional. So one dimensional is nothing but a vector and two dimensional is nothing but a matrices, okay, or simply matrix. See, in order to create 1D array, simple, np.array list, you have to provide here list. Okay, let me go to my command line and there I will show that how you can create your one dimensional array, or simply it is a vector. Okay, you can take any variable name here, but for my comfortable I am taking this is my 1D array, or you can also take as vector. Vector is nothing but one dimensional array. Okay, see, this is my Python shell. So here I am going to import NumPy, but instead of directly importing NumPy I am aliasing that name as np. Okay, now suppose if you want to create one dimensional array or vector, so I am taking my vector equals to np dot array. So here you have to provide list of values, I mean your values as a list. Suppose 2, 3, some 6, some 4, some 9. You can take any values, any number of values in your list. Observe here, inside your array method, this is a list. Using this list I am going to create my vector. Now if you print your vector values, so you are having See, this is not a list, guys. Of course, you are able to see this as a list, right, with the square brackets, but that is not a list. If you want to know the type of data structure or type of data, one of the default function in Python is type. So type of your my vector, see, type is in numpy nd array. Now, like suppose if you are having some list, let me take, suppose my list equals to same data I am taking, suppose 2 3 or 6, then 4, then 9. Okay, now if you print type of your my list, we know that there is already a list, so you are getting that as a list. So like here you are getting the type for your vector is n dimensional array or nd array. That is one of the data structure like list, tuple and dictionary. Okay, now the same way if you want to create two-dimensional array or matrix, it's very simple. Just to provide, suppose just assume this is first row, this is second row in your matrix, right? 1 2 3 is the first row, 4 5 6 is the second row. Then you have to provide those two rows as a list inside of one more list. See, two square brackets, first row in square brackets, second row in square brackets, or list 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 inside list, right? Now if you provide this syntax, you will able to create matrix. Let me go and do on my command line. Suppose I am going to take my matrix. Okay, so numpy dot array, you have to provide list, and we know that matrix nothing but rows and columns, but here if you provide your rows in a list, then you can able to create your matrix using your numpy array method. Okay, we have to provide one more, we missed the syntax, one more square bracket. Now if I print my matrix, see what is you are getting, two rows. Okay, 1 2 3 the first row, 4 5 6 the second row. Now this is two-dimensional array, and simply you can remember, after printing your resultant array, if you are able to get in a single square this brackets, right, square brackets, in single square brackets, if you get your entire data, then that is like one dimensional. See, you are having only one square bracket, but if you observe here, two square brackets you are having, like we can say that this is simply two-dimensional array. Okay, now after creating your array, it may be a vector or it may be a matrix, using your numpy array, you are having some operations so that you will get some information. See, suppose first thing, type of your array, already we know that. Let me print that for again matrix, type of my matrix. That means what is the data structure you are having. See, that is nd array, in numpy nd array. Okay, then second thing is n dimensional. If you want to know, after creating your array, if you want to know the dimension of your array, see, if I print my vector, this is your vector. If you want to know what is the dimension for that, just simply operation is dot n dimension, that is one dimension. Okay, same way you can print dimension for your vector or your matrix, dot n dimension, then two dimensions. Okay, now next operation is data type. What is the data type stored into your array? Let me do on my matrix, you can do on anything, integer 32. Okay, that means your data is type of integer with 32. Don't confuse that, 32 is not like 32 bits. You will based on integer 8 or integer 32 or integer 16, integer 64, you are having some range. If it is integer 32, you will get some range, how much data you can represent by providing this data type. See, suppose while creating your matrix, okay, you can also provide your data type here. Data type, simply I am writing integer. Okay, now if you print your matrix, matrix, right? And if you print data type, now data type is default data type is integer 32. Now instead of, you can also write some 8 suppose. Now if you print your data type, you are having integer 8. So that is suppose 8 bits, but 1 bit is used to represent positive and negative numbers. Then remaining 7 bits are used to represent your data. Then whatever the value for 2 power 7, that much of data you can represent in negative as well as in positive. Okay. Then next operation is size. Means how many elements, how many items, how many data you are having in your array. Suppose if I write your matrix dot size, so you are having 6 elements. You can count here, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6, 6 elements you are having. That's why you are getting 6. Then next operation is item size. Means for each data, what is the size for that? Suppose if I print my matrix dot item size, observe here, sorry, my matrix matrix, right, 1 byte. We know that we are using C, we assigned integer 8, that means 8 bits. 8 bits nothing but 1 byte. Of course, to represent one value or 2 3 4 5 6, you can represent all those data even less than 8 bits, but you are providing integer 8. That means all data, whatever the data you are having in your matrix, all data will be represented with the 8 bits representation. In that, leftmost bit is for sign of that, I mean negative or positive. If it is 0 positive, if it is 1 negative, right? Now that is item size. Then next thing, you are having n bytes. That means for all items, total bytes. Suppose you are having 6 elements, each element is having 1 byte, right? Then what is the total size required to represent your matrix? Then for that, matrix dot n bytes for all elements 6. Suppose if you change your data type to 16, suppose, right? Now if I print my matrix dot, first of all, data type, already we know integer 16 means 16 bits we are using. Again it is matrix, okay, integer 16. Okay, now in order to know what is the byte size used by each data in your matrix, then item size, operation is item size. See, you are getting suppose 2 bits, 2 bits nothing but 2 bytes nothing but 16 bits, because you are representing your data type as 16 bits. That means in terms of bytes, that is 2 bytes. Now if you find out total bytes required to represent your data, because you are having 6 elements, each element is taking 2 bytes, then if you write n bytes, you will get 12. 12 bytes memory is required to represent this data, because you are taking data type as integer 16. Okay, now you are having shape and reshape operations. See, suppose if I print my matrix dot shape, observe the output, you are getting a list. That list consists, sorry, tuple. That tuple consists of 2 comma 3, means 2 rows and 3 columns. Okay, if you want to change the rows and columns, interchange, if you want to interchange, sorry, if you want to reshape, means if you want to change the order of your matrix, you can use reshape. Okay, 3 comma 2, suppose I want to reshape that. See, now you are getting 3 columns, sorry, 3 rows, because you are taking first 3 then 2, 3 rows and 2 columns. Now your data is able to modify with 3 rows and 2 columns. Okay, so these are the very basic operations on your matrix or on your arrays. Okay, now as of now we saw that how to create arrays using your numpy method array. The same way you can also create your arrays using np.arrange. a range or array range. A normal function we know, range function. See, a range of suppose 4, you are getting 4 items starting from 0 to 3. The same way a range also or array range. Let me take suppose my matrix I am going to create with the help of array range. So I am going to write suppose here some 40. Let me take some 20. Right now, if I print your matrix, you are getting one dimensional array, but which consists of values 0 to 19, because you are giving range as 20. We know range function 20 is nothing but 0 to 19 values, totally 20 values, right? But as of now, you are getting single, I mean one dimensional array. If you want to convert that as a matrix, then you have to write dot reshape. So suppose if you take 20 elements, then I can make some 2 by 10 row, 2 by 10 matrix, or 10 by 2 matrix, or 5 by 4 or 4 by 5 matrix, right? Suppose if I take 4 comma 5, right? Now observe your matrix. So you are able to get 4 rows and 5 columns. So while selecting this order, that order resultant, I mean 4 comma 5 means 4 by 5, 4 into 5 20. So that multiplication must be equal to number of items or number of data you are having in your matrix. So while selecting this order, you have to care, you have to take care. That is, because here we are having 20 elements. Now 20 elements, suppose if I divide with 2, 10, then 2 rows, and you can also represent with 10 columns, 2 rows and 10 columns. But 20 divided by 3 is not possible. I mean, you are not getting remainder as 0. While dividing with any number, if you are able to get remainder, then you can take that as your order. Suppose if I take 4, 4 5 are 20, that means 4 rows and 5 columns. You can take 5, because 5 is 20 is divisible with 5. So 5 4 jar. That's why you can also reshape that one dimensional array with 5 comma 4. 20 is not divisible with 6, so no possibility. 7, no, 20 is not divisible with 7. 8, no. 9, no. 10, yeah, with the 10 it is possible, right? Then you can reshape. If you divide 10 with 20 with 10, you will get 2 as your quotient, right? So 10 order 2, 10 by 2 order is possible with 20 elements. Now if we print your matrix, that's it. So this is the way how to create your arrays using numpy methods. There are so many methods. So in that, just now we used only array and array range functions or array range methods. Okay guys, that's it. And same operations whatever you did previously on numpy.array, same operations you can perform. I mean, suppose if you want to find the data type, see, by default integer 32 means 32 bits are used to represent your data. And if you want to know the size, means how many elements are there or how many items are there in your matrix, you will get. And if you want to know what is the size, I mean memory size occupied by each of your element in your matrix, then item size 4, right? Because 32 bits nothing but 4 bytes. Then if you want to find the total bytes required or occupied by your matrix, 80, right? 20 elements, each element is 4 bytes, 20 into 4, 80 bytes. Okay, so likewise you can create your matrix or arrays using numpy.array or numpy.array range functions, array range methods. Okay, these are the very simple two methods in order to create your arrays. using numpy. Yes, thank you for watching this video. If you have any queries, you can comment on the below of this video, or you can also post your queries to this email ID to python@gmail.com. Okay, do subscribe my channel so that you will get updates or notifications whenever we post some new videos. Okay, bye.